From recruiting and consulting firm Riderflex, I'm your host, Steve Urban, and here is your Riderflex podcast episode of the day. On today's episode of the Riderflex podcast, should companies have a cause, meaning some type of nonprofit, group, association, or social or environmental issue they're supporting? Should they spend time on it, focus on it, and preach about it in their marketing? There are lots of books, articles, podcasts, and social media posts on this topic. I find it fascinating myself and wonder what your thoughts are. I've heard both sides of this argument. We'll call it side A and side B. On side A, especially with millennials, they're all about companies having a cause or reason to purchase their goods or services beyond the product itself. You're not just buying that shirt, but you're buying it because the company believes in something you have an emotional connection with or that you support. Side A also usually pushes towards a healthier planet, improved social or racial relations, etc. And they usually like those things to be tied to the company cause. Now, my personal connection and how Riderflex can relate to Side A is our podcast that we produce. We spend lots of hours and time producing a free podcast for listeners that provide tons of tips and information on career advice and the entrepreneurial life. And this is what we see as our cause or our way of giving back to society and supporting a specific topic that can help people. So I get it. Now for side B, I've heard the following arguments, which, by the way, are usually told to me in confidence and quietly because it's currently the more sensitive side to take with our social media outlets. And while this side is more quiet and confidential about their stance on topics, I wouldn't say they're the minority. They're just quieter. Their belief as a company is that their contribution to society is to deliver an awesome product or service on time and at a fair price, and that they're going to spend all their energy and time ensuring that this happens. And in doing so, they'll grow a healthier and financially safe environment for their employees. They believe their contribution to society is building a company and providing jobs, and that anything else taking their focus off of that will cause mistakes and missteps in their execution. Now, like I mentioned in my personal connection with Side A, I think I also have a connection here with Side B and their thoughts. Remember, I'm personally an entrepreneur and business owner. Along with my team, we've built the company from the ground up. I know personally how difficult it is to get a business going and try to support your family at the same time. Over the last 4 years, I've personally almost killed myself building Riderflex. And I can tell you from experience that I find it very difficult to find any minutes in the day to focus on anything outside of our tactical issues, especially to support any social or political causes. I just can't hardly find the time for it. Now, we do find the time to produce the podcast, which is chocked full of free advice and tips, but it is challenging to find the necessary minutes in the day outside of our recruiting duties. So I do understand side B's thought process. So which side do you fall on? I'm interested to hear your thoughts. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. If you think today's tip or guest interview can help someone you know, please share this with them. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. The Riderflex podcast features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviewing. You can visit riderflex.com to learn more about us and get information and pricing on the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.